wants to run, but I can't. You know. So I'll stay right here just for one more night. I tell myself I'm fine here with you, just for one more night. Make it hard to say goodbye. You make it hard. You make it hard. You make it hard. You make it hard to say goodbye. You make it hard. You make it hard. You make it hard. You make it hard to say So let's give into what we know this is. You hold me back, yeah. And I hate when I know that it's wrong, but I can't stop that. Yeah, so I'll stay.
Kush cloud all in my head. Woke in the morning with a hoe I didn't know in my bed. Walked to the mirror, saw my eyes bloody red. That's the evil I said, but I shouldn't really feel that. Instead, block out the feedback. Yeah, we don't need that. I'ma show you where the fucking drinks and the weed at. When the beat bangs, this shit gon' blow your weave back. You gon' have to run this shit back for a recap.
Back for a recap.
Yeah, I'm right back in a recap. Vic up on your bitch ass, I'm doing it quick fast. Sorry for the mishaps, I just spaz. I'm liable to break a bitch off like a Kit Kat. So sit back, I'm gonna need you to relax. You gonna have to kick it like you relapse. You better believe that these beats get these bitches on their knees stat. That's my feedback. Fresh talk to 'em. The weed mad loud, man, you might need a gas mask. Bitches in the bathroom cutting lines like a fast pass. Pass that's a couple cats, a little pissy drug pass. That's me and Fresh with a drink in our cup. Yeah, all I ever wanted to do was hit the blunt, cause I couldn't see it fucking me up. But now I'm cross-faded, the vibe is fading. It's cool though, I'm adapting, my mind is changing. Of all places to be, I'm in the spot, you see. So it's already like I won the fucking lottery. I gotta be out of my goddamn mind to let it happen to me every goddamn time. And if I'm the fucking outcast like Big Boy and 3 Stacks, I still block out the feedback. Talk to him. Fresh talk to him. Talk to him. And if I'm the fucking outcast like Big Boy and 3 Stacks, I still block out the feedback. Talk to him. Fresh talk to him. Fresh talk to him. Fresh talk to him.
Got one more banger and then we'll start. We got one more banger, and then we are going to be starting the stream. I'm going to play one more banger. I'm going to take a pee, and then we are going to rock it. What do I got? What do I got? Do I do this one, or do I do this one? No. We're doing this. We're doing this. Holo light.
Even if it makes me blind, I just wanna see the light. Breathe in, leave it all behind. I just wanna see the light. Even if it makes me blind, I just wanna see the light. Breathe in, leave it all behind. I just wanna see the light.
All right. Holy smokes. It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute. It's been several minutes. It's been several days. It feels like weeks. It feels like months. It feels like years. It's been too long. I'm so happy to be back and feeling somewhat human again. I know this is a weird time for a stream. It's like 7 o'clock where I live in Vancouver, and it's a Tuesday. Normally I do these on Sundays, and we're doing them around the weekly close. But one of the kind of lingering COVID kind of effects I've had is just energy. My energy's been low, but it's starting to come back. I'm starting to feel a little bit human again. So I really, really appreciate all of the well wishes, all of the non-medical advice I was getting, and just nice messages and stuff. Yeah, I would say if you can avoid getting COVID, probably do it. It wasn't a ton of fun, but at the end of the day, feels like it was just a really bad flu. Had a fever, had a cough, runny nose, that kind of thing, 4 or 5 days, and then I was kind of on the mend. The only thing that's still kind of lingering is my energy level's low. I'm sleeping a lot, and my energy level is just low. I don't know. I've like gone to the gym the last 2 days, and I just feel fucking zonked while I'm there, and then zonked afterwards. But I think that will come back, and it's coming back. I feel pretty good today. And then the taste and smell thing. I know you guys have been following my taste and smell videos on YouTube or on Instagram. Fucking Instagram, on Twitter. My brain's still not fully there, I guess. Yeah, that's the worst part of it all. Like, not being able to taste anything and not being able to smell anything is awful. And it's not like when you get sick and you got a stuffed nose and you can't smell anything, like, because your nose is stuffed and your taste is kind of muted. It's like gone. Like, it doesn't exist. Taste doesn't exist. So like, I could eat a raw onion, I could eat ginger, I could eat hot sauce, and I got nothing, man. And same for smell, nothing. So I've tried all sorts of different at-home remedies to get it back, because I've heard some absolute horror stories about people losing their sense of taste and smell for months, and for when it comes back, it's like not as good as it was. I am very happy to say that it is slowly starting to come back for me. I don't know exactly what I'm doing that's working. I'm trying a whole bunch of different things. I'm taking vitamins. I'm also doing like this smell training. So I'm sitting there. This is coffee, and I just sit there every day, multiple times a day, and I close my eyes and I inhale, and I just imagine what coffee smells like. And I'm happy to say that I can kind of smell coffee. It's not very strong, but I can kind of smell it. This is like a peppermint essential oil. And it's like, I had my friend smell this, and he's like, from here, he's like, it's strong as fuck. If I like really reef on it, I can just kind of get a faintest little bit of a smell. And same with this. Lavender. Just the faintest bit of a smell. So pretty nice to get just the faintest bit of smell and taste back. It's still not nearly where it should be, but it's hopefully getting there. So if any of you guys had, I am literally imagining the smell. It's what I do. I sit there and I imagine the smell, and then I attempt to smell. It was really disheartening at first, but I am glad that it's kind of coming back. I didn't really have any super hardcore lung issues or anything like that, thank God. But yeah, so appreciate all the well wishes. Let's get into the charts real quick. This video is in partnership with Prime, so check out Prime XBT. I'm back working with them now. Super happy to be back on the Prime team. 25% off of trading fees if you use the code Mayne50 and the link below. So check that out. 25% adds up quick. Register an account, use the code Mayne50, and get up to 25% off of your trading fees, and that's a lot of fucking wampum there. So let's get into the charts. I'm actually super happy with what's going on chart wise. If you guys watched the video I uploaded like 3 or 4 days ago, everything is working out like we thought. I got long right near the bottom, and I'm comfy as fuck. I'm long both Ethereum and Bitcoin, and both of those setups were discussed not just on my Twitter, but on the last video that I uploaded as well. So even when I'm dying from COVID, I'm still fucking, delivering that alpha and still managing to get on the right side of the market. So I'm feeling really good about that. I'm really happy with the entries that I got on these trades. So we'll start off with some hindsight analysis. What did I do to get long? Why did I get long? And hopefully some of you guys got long too, because I was bullish at the lows. Twitter has been absolutely fucking almost unusable over the last couple of weeks. Like, it's just sucked. I'm kind of glad I had COVID, because Twitter's just been awful. Like, we've been in a range basically going sideways after a big dump, which is usually what happens. And people are flip-flopping from we're in a bear market, we're going to 10K, to the bottom is in on every little tiny pump, and we're going to fucking 60K. And then obviously on every dump, bears are coming out of the fucking hibernation being like, I fucking told you so. Bulls are fucking bitches, and fuck you, and we're going to zero, and I hope you're all poor. And the same thing's happening on every little pump. People are like, I told you to get long. Oh my God, I can't believe you doubted me. Bears are fucked. Obviously, being a bull is just better. Okay, it's better for everyone. There is time to be bearish, right? There's times to be bearish. Especially if we are in a bear market, or if price is trending down, which it has been. There's times to be bearish, but being a bull is A, more fun. B, it's just better for everyone, because even if you don't know how to trade, all you gotta do is just own crypto to be making money when we're bullish. And C, there's infinite upside, right? Like, what does a bear got? They're hoping we go to zero. That's it. You short one Bitcoin right now, you make $49,000, but you long Bitcoin right now at 49K, the upside is infinite. So just being a bull is just better in general. Bears are low T. They're scum. They're the scum of the earth. They deserve to go extinct. Everyone knows this. We all hate bears. There are times to be bearish, but just in general, being a bull is better. It's more fun. Being long is more fun. Being long with the homies is more fun than being short with the homies. It's a scientific fact. I can't explain the science behind it. I'm not a science guy. I'm not a scientist. I'm not Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man. I'm not somewhat of a scientist, but I just know that being a bull scientifically is just better. It's just better for society. It's better for your mood. It's better for everybody, okay? So luckily, we are bullish in the lows. Okay, Veli Nahik. Why do you keep asking me if I've taken the vaccine? Like, first of all, whether I've taken the vaccine or not is nobody's fucking business. That's what the worst thing about COVID to me is, that we're making people's medical choices public information. It's nobody's fucking business at all. Okay. Also, for you to think that you can't get COVID with the vaccine, turn on the fucking news. Who do you think is getting COVID right now? Most people in westernized countries are vaccinated, and cases are going up. You can get COVID with the vaccine and still get sick. So it's none of your fucking business whether or not I'm vaccinated. I'm not going to tell you, because it doesn't fucking matter. I believe in freedom of choice. If you want the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you don't want the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. Okay? It's none of my fucking business what you fucking do and what you decide to do. If you're scared of COVID, go get the vax. If you don't give a shit, you don't give a shit. And if you got the vax, you should not give a shit what other people do, because you should be fine. You got the vax, okay? It's nobody's business whether or not I'm vaccinated. And that's the last thing it's like every time I made a post about COVID, everyone's like, are you vaccinated? Oh, are you not vaccinated? It's nobody's fucking business, man. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm so sick of COVID. It's unfucking believable. I'm tired of hearing about it. It's nobody's fucking business. Do whatever the fuck you want. Go get it if you want. I do not judge people for having it or not having it. I don't care. I don't ask you if you're vaccinated for fucking hepatitis. I don't give a shit. It's not my business. It's not what I do is not your business, bro. Okay? And guess what? You can still get COVID with the vax. That's a literal fact. CDC is going to tell you that. Everywhere is telling you that. Okay? So people being like, oh, get the vax, you wouldn't have got COVID. That's factually untrue. Okay? If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. We live in a world where, unfortunately, if you're not getting vaxxed, you have limitations on what you can do, but it's still your choice. And you got to live with those results of your choices. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. I don't care. Free fucking country. Okay? Last thing I'm going to say about that. So what the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about how we fucking nailed the bottom, okay? Twitter's been insufferable, blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is this, guys. All that matters is the charts. I'm giving you the tools in these streams to make your own decisions. So you don't need to worry about what people on Twitter are saying. Because there's going to be people telling you, I told you so when it goes up. There's going to be people I tell you saying, I told you so when it goes down. And what you're going to realize is a lot of people get shit wrong all the time. And most people have no idea what they're doing. You're better off trying to educate yourself so you can make your own decisions. And that way, if it works out, pat yourself on the back. That's all you. If it doesn't work out, you can't blame anyone but you, man. So anyways, we're looking at Bitcoin here, and we've been talking about this on my last video that I did, okay? But we fucking, by the way, Spider-Man, fucking unreal. One of the best Marvel movies I've seen since like the Avengers. So fucking good. We've been talking about this for a while, so let's see how far back I need to go to be fun here. So last video, right, we were talking about this range. Okay, this is from December 15th, so that's 6 days ago. Here's me fucking eating random shit. This is a fun tweet. I just posted a bunch of previous bottoms to show that this current bottom looks a lot like other bottoms, right? So leaning bullish there. And then when we actually started to bottom, right? This tweet was so funny. Oh my God, people got so mad. I made this in like 10 seconds. This is what I wanted, right? I wanted to see a move up from this weekly order block. So we had that big sell-off into weekly support. So I'm looking to be a bull here. And we talked about that in the last video. I said after a big down move like this, seeing this kind of chop and this kind of sideways price action and contracting of price is completely normal. And people are calling this chop. This has been a very clear downtrend, but you can see that price is starting to contract, right? We had big ranges here starting to contract. And then obviously in the second image, I said, I think we get something like this. And this is pretty much exactly what happened here. Pretty much exactly what happened. And we also lined it up very well. This is from the last video, right? One more move down below the low, reclaim the range low. There's that low. We moved below it, reclaim the range low, slightly higher low, up to the mid-range, right? So this is exactly what we thought was going to happen. It's played out perfectly. About as good as you can ask it to. And this is totally within, a reasonable kind of retest area. I think after this big sell-off, we had a huge sell-off here. Okay, from here to here, 40%, right? So having a retrace of, let's say, up to here, completely not out of the question, right? Big retrace of the down move. We're into high time frame support, so I want to be bullish here. I talked about this in the last video. I'd rather be flat or looking to be bullish here than expecting this to just roll over again, right? Much more likely, I said in the last video, that we see something like this if it's going to go down again, because the bears don't just get a free ride. There's no free rides, right? And if you zoom in, we've basically had a massive downtrend here where shorts on every lower high have been completely uncontested. There's been no stop runs on any of these levels. So if you've been shorting since the high here for basically the last month plus, you're comfy as fuck and you've had zero stop runs to the upside, zero stop hunts. It's been a free ride. That doesn't happen. Generally, when you see stuff like this, eventually you get that short squeeze because everyone just gets comfy shorting, thinking, oh, it's just going to go straight to zero, forgetting, hey, maybe we are going to drop hard again, but there's no way these people are getting a free ride, in my opinion. Maybe even some of these people don't get a free ride on the way down. But we came into high time frame support after a massive sell-off, and I said, I want to be a bull at support. Some people seem to forget. So let's speak hypothetically here that we're in a bear market now. Okay, let's say, hey, we're in a bear market now. This is going down to 20K. Okay, it doesn't do this. This is not how a bear market works. Okay, a bear market works like this. Big rally, right? We're in a bear market now. Big rally, sell off again. Big rally, sell off again. Big rally, sell off again. It doesn't go down in a straight line, right? There's in the downtrend, right? There's periods of up. Some of the best rallies to trade in a bear are bullish rallies in a bear market. Some of my best trades were these trades. That's a 100% rally. 50% rally. 40% rally. 30% rally. So some massive rallies, even though this is a downtrend, doesn't mean that there weren't longs to be had along the way. I'm not saying we're in a bear market. I'm just saying that even if this is going into a bear market, there's going to be rallies before down legs, right? And what makes it a downtrend is the down legs are bigger than the rallies. We're going down more than we're going up, right? But there's still going to be rallies even if this is becoming a bear market. I'm not saying it is, but what I'm saying is there's still going to be rallies even if we are in a downtrend. So if you like longing, you want to pick your spots and say, okay, well, I don't like shorting, but I can admit that we're in a bear market, right? Okay, well, when we come in a high time frame support, then I'm going to look for rallies, right? It's as simple as that. And that's what we're doing here. We're in a downtrend here. You cannot deny that this recent PA is a downtrend. It's very clear. However, if you zoom out, there's still a chance that we're doing something like this, right? And that this is just a big higher low. That's still possible, right? But we don't need to predict 10 steps ahead. We only need to predict one. And right now, we have a 40% drop into weekly support. We come into that weekly support. We form a range. I'm looking to get long with hopes of some sort of relief. And that's what we talked about in the last video, and it's starting to play out now. So in the last video, we drew out the range like this. And I'm sorry if this video is a little bit all over the place. It's my first one in a while, and I'm still not 100% fucking mentally, good. Right? Came into support, formed a very clear range. We ran the lows. This was last video. We put in this low. I said I wouldn't be surprised if we run that low again. Back above the range low. Sorry, here. This went here. Right? Ran the lows. Back above range low. Boom, right? Why do we want to be a buyer down here? We're bullish at the range lows. We're into that weekly order block, which is here. So we're looking for reasons to get long. So what are reasons to get long? Well, we've got a range. We've got buying happening at the range lows. We've got swing failure patterns happening at the range lows. So how did I get in a long? I said, okay, we've got our range low here. Just gonna delete these for a sec. Okay, we've got our range low right here. And then we had multiple SFPs. But once we had this swing failure pattern, I'm looking to buy, right? You're either buying on a reclaim of the range low with your stop below the SFP, or you're buying on some sort of breaker, right? So the breaker play is where? Right? The initial SFP is, sorry, it's getting too busy with all these fucking lines. The initial SFP is here. So to me, the buy is anywhere here. And this is what I posted on Twitter. Or on Discord, excuse me. Right? Anywhere in here was the buy on BTC. There's your breaker right there. The up candle, the down move that caused the SFP. We rallied away. We broke market structure. We came back. Your stop is safe down there. So that was the BTC long right there. I ended up buying on the range low. I didn't even buy, at the breaker. I bought at the range low when we reclaimed the range low here. That's what I did to get long. And if you zoom out, how do we get our targets? Our targets are from the range, right? Right into the mid-range. So that's how I got in the long, and I posted this on Twitter. We talked about this in the video, and we talked about it on Discord. So if you go here, this is the exact setup, right? Run the range low, reclaim the range low, stop goes below the stop run. Here is that exact fucking setup right here. It's not, obviously it's never as clean as the fucking drawing, but here's that initial low right there. That low is this one right here, okay? Ran the low. That's now your risk. Reclaim the range low is your entry. It's exactly what we talked about in the last video. Clean as a whistle right there. So hopefully you guys got in on that. Oopsie daisy. But yeah, I hopefully that's clear. So now what are we doing on Bitcoin now? I think we continue to rally. We are in the mid-range here. So could see some bit of a pullback here, but I think any sort of dip is for buying at this point. I do think we're going to go and at least test the range high. So any sort of dip, I'd be looking to buy. So if we come back and we retest this, 47,500, I think that's a buy, right? And I think you're targeting at least 52K. But ultimately, I do think this rally could have some legs, and I think we could trade higher. But yeah, dips are for buying. Ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if we go up to, if we go all, as high as like, the mid 50s. So where am I getting those levels, right? Well, if we rally hard from here, that seems like a pretty clear draw, right? That price floor. Run all of these highs up into there. That seems like a pretty fair target at the very least. 53K area. So range high is 52. 53 is a nice draw, I think, on price. So let's see what happens. But I think dips are for buying. I do think that this rally has a little bit of legs. Could we dip down one more time first? Sure. Right? We could have one more move down before we go up. But based on the amount of bidding that we saw Finex doing down here, I think a lot of people are offside on this move, and Ethereum is looking relatively strong. I wouldn't be surprised if the low is in now and we're going to see that rally, but could obviously have one more dip down, but I'm looking to buy on any sort of pullback and add to my existing longs. First target, 53K. Right there. That's my first target. Second target would be higher, up here, but we'll see if we get there. 53K is your, 52, which is the range high, to 53 is your first target, first boss. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Let me check the chat real quick and make sure I'm not fucking all over the place. I will not be running for office, but I do think we need new leadership here in Canada. Trudeau's a fucking idiot. You don't, Mayne, do you think that will eventually trade to the lower part of the wick, possibly push up, then test 53K? It is definitely possible, right? We could still come fill in more of this wick, but based on what I'm seeing with the amount of bidding that Finex did down here, right? And then we've had multiple runs, right? We ran lows, right? Ran lows, and then we have all these untapped highs here. What is the path of least resistance? I think it's up. I don't think the path of least resistance is back down. But if we do run down into this wick and then reclaim the lows, you just get long. Because we are going to test 53. I'm pretty fucking confident in that. What's up, Kyle? Thanks, bro. Mayne, did you ever read over CoolTech material? Yeah, I've read CoolTech stuff before, and I've talked to Dope Trades or Trader Sumo before. I think a lot of people have this issue, and ICT, who is my main mentor, is one of them. They think that there's only one way to trade and that the way that they do it is the right way, when I know people who trade completely different than me and are super fucking profitable, and people who've learned from different places and are profitable. Who fucking cares, right? If what you do works, great. I think people who have this need to be like, I'm the one who knows how to do it. My way is the only way, and fuck you if you think otherwise. It's like, yeah, I don't fucking care. I've learned from lots of different people, and I've taken, bits and pieces and developed my own style that works for me. Whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. If it's making money, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't think there's one right way to do it, but based on what I've read from CoolTech, it's just fucking price action. It's not anything fucking revolutionary. Thank you, Michael. Happy to be back. Yeah, this is right. These kind of wicks happen when you have leverage in the system. That's how people with leverage get fucked, right? This isn't. I don't think this wick is as big on every exchange, is it? Yeah, I mean, people are getting fucked. That's how you fucking get a liquidation cascade. Shorting is just upside down longing. Very true. Mayne claiming his clout. Of course, everyone's got a fucking... I'm a clout goblin. Everyone knows that. I plant clout seeds and I later harvest them. Imagine the smell. Imagine it's coffee. It's coming back. I swear to God, it's coming back. Do you not use the mid-range as TP? You can absolutely TP some at the mid-range here, right? TP some, add back, right? You can absolutely do that. Do whatever you want. I got in pretty near the lows, so I'm just going to kind of ride my shit out. Do you have an opinion on the macro for 2022 with tapering? Lots of people on CT calling for bear after Q1. So, I mean, I don't disagree. The macro looks shaky. We have new COVID variant. We have uber high inflation, tapering. We have talk of lockdowns again, right? The economy, this is the fucking stock market chart since COVID, right? So, is this fucking sustainable? No. But, was this ever fucking sustainable? This chart is designed to go up and to the right? So, people seem to forget that, but this is absolutely bonkers. So, you got to ask yourself, how long does this last? I do think that there's a good chance that we're in for some sort of, recession, as a lot of these macro factors start to really, make themselves apparent in the market, because right now it feels like we're fucking on air, right? Like the economy is not as good as this chart suggests. So, I do think you want to pay attention, right? And be cautious for 2022 for sure, especially if COVID isn't going anywhere and they lock shit down again. I think you just want to be careful, pay attention, be smart, look for the warning signs, because the merry-go-round or the Ferris wheel, the ride will stop eventually, and there will be some sort of massive correction in stocks, and that will take crypto with it. Hopefully crypto has made a new all-time high before that happens. But yeah, maybe 6 months, maybe 12 months, who really knows? But I don't think it goes on forever. The Make-A-Wish Foundation would like to congratulate you on having your Get My Taste Back wish fulfilled. Yes, thank you to the Make-A-Wish team. What do you think about the 30-minute sweep that they are doing now? I mean, yeah, we're at the mid-range, so we're at resistance. You've got a little swing failure pattern here. You got effectively equal highs here that have been swept. The only way that this sweep means anything is if this low gets broken, right? So if this comes down here like this, it's just going to go up. But if it breaks this low, you could scalp a short, you know, on the underside and put your stop there if you want to. Not really interested though. I'm long biased right now. But sure, that is an SFP technically. What's up, Stu? How you doing, man? Waleed, I love your clean charts. Thank you. Yes, we'll do ETH next. Why is Bitfinex respected as more than other exchanges for sharp money? It's not necessarily sharp money, it's big money. A lot of big money spot buying and selling, a lot of whales, a lot of that happens on Bitfinex. Go look at the leaderboard. Go look at the largest open P&Ls, Three Arrows Capital, John J. Brown, right? Sorry, I'm just getting blown up. Can you explain why 53 is TP1 and the mid-range and range high didn't concern you? It's not that they don't concern me. It's just that I'm thinking this is more of a swing trade than just a little range trade. That's all. If you were short at 47K, where do you think was the spot to pull the plug, or why is that a bad spot to short? Trying to learn from a shit trade. My first question would be, what made you short 47K? Right? Where is the what the fuck, man? Fuck you. This needs to be default. No. What? God damn it. I don't know what is causing you to short 47K, right? Like, where is that here? You're short right into the range lows. So why are you shorting down here? We're into that weekly order block is here. We just dumped 40% off the high. We formed a range and we're in the range low. Range low, you either want to be flat or looking for reasons to get long, not shorting into it. If we lose the range low, right, and then start forming bearish market structure, absolutely. But you're basically shorting right into support. So I don't know why you would be shorting there. But if you shorted there, you must have had an area that made your idea wrong. I mean, we've broken market structure here, right? So probably would want to be out of that trade already, because, you know, maybe we come back down a little bit and then go up. But where was your idea wrong? Where was your stop initially? That's where you should pull the plug. I don't know what your reason would be to short here, but I imagine your stop obviously would be above one of these highs then, if that was the case. The wick was deeper on perps on Binance than on spot. Yeah, so it makes sense that the wick is deeper on perp exchanges because that's where the leverage is. Isn't this just the same thing as June? I have no fucking idea. Maybe. What's up, Eli? Yes, I am alive. Some bot done a reply. Yeah, the YouTube bots are super annoying. They'll fucking comment telling you to message them on WhatsApp. I will never message you, ask you to message me, ever. on WhatsApp, and I will never ask you for money. So always check the username and just use your brain. Don't be stupid. How do you decide what to eat when you can't taste anything? It's actually really fucking difficult. It makes eating very hard. Everything's unappetizing. I don't want to eat because nothing tastes like anything. So like having a burger sounds awful because I can't fucking taste anything. So it's really about texture. So I ate a lot of like acai bowls and oatmeal and stuff that was just kind of like mush because it was easy to eat. Like trying to eat something that had a bunch of different textures and shit just kind of grossed me out. It was hard. I lost some weight, unfortunately. And now the gyms are closing, so fucking fuck. Any comments on options trading, on trading options? You can do it and make money. It's a little more complicated. There's more things you have to take into account, right? The Greeks, they call them, because there is time decay, volatility. There's other, they're called the Greeks because, theta represents time, right? So there's different aspects that you have to take into consideration. If I'm long Bitcoin from down here and my target's 57K and my stop is here, as long as it never goes below here and it eventually gets there, my trade is right. But if I have call options on Bitcoin at 58K, expiring Jan 1, if price does this, right? And then Jan 1 comes and then it goes here, it doesn't matter. My option's already expired. So, or if it does this, right? And it's here, but it's before Jan 1, my option's going to be very valuable because it's in the money. But then if I don't sell it and then Jan 1 comes and we're below there and I'm out of the money, my option's now expired, worthless. So there's more things you have to take into consideration. And that was a very shitty explanation of options trading, but there's just more factors that you have to consider when trading. Because it's one thing to know where the market is going to bounce from. It's another thing to know when it's going to happen and how fast it's going to happen. Is the tapering priced in? I don't know. How do you check bidding on Finex? There's lots of sites that you can see the order books on. Maybe I'll make a tweet about it and share some of the ones I use. I don't have any sort of paid ones that I use. They're all free. But you can see the books. Eth doesn't look too good, to be honest. I disagree. When Trader Mayne? I'm Trader Mayne. Hi, Mayne. Will you be round tripping your unrealized profit and loss from the lows if we retrace before 53K? Ideally, no. I mean, price action is bullish, right? We just made a higher high, right? After running all these lows, we just made a higher high. So assuming we continue making higher highs and higher lows, I'm fine. If we, do something like this and then nuke and like break a low, then sure, I'll probably close my trades if market structure shifts bearish. But for now, we're doing exactly what I want to see us do. What would you want to see to flip short or sell spot once in the 50s? I'd want to see bearish price action, right? Simple as that. If we come up, right? If we come up to here, this is the up move that caused this most recent down move. So if we come up here and start forming bearish PA, right? Then yeah, I'm looking to get short in there. Hey, Mayne, I noticed you don't use volume, but use lots of concepts that involve volume. Volume is just not something I've ever taken into account of my trading. Sometimes I'll throw it on and I'll look at it, but it's just not something I've really used because you can't see volume when you trade Forex, and that's where I mainly learn. I do think there's value to it, but it's just not something I use, and what I do already works, so I don't really worry about it. But I know generally that volume is going to pick up where order blocks are, because orders, when executed, become volume. All you beta bitches afraid of COVID. I'm literally immune, bro. If you're looking for a long right now, would you long after a clear reclaim of the mid-level? Yeah, a reclaim of the mid-level, flipping the mid-range to support would be a good long trigger. All right, I'm getting way too deep in the chat here. Let's go look at F. Just gonna go pee real quick. I gotta pee, sorry. I'll put some tunes on while I go pee so you don't hear me pissing super fucking loud. I piss mad loud.
It's overwhelming to feel your presence. It's so inviting. Pretty smile on your face. Your kiss was gentle, but I died that day. Took me to heaven, but I couldn't stay. You're all that I see. You're all that I need. Every time I think of you, I die, because it feels like heaven to me. You're heaven to me. You're heaven to me. You're heaven to me. Never I expected, feeling so connected with another soul in this life. Your kiss was gentle, but I died that day.
Sorry about that, boys. Just had to rip a fucking quick piss, you know? Okay. This guy knows the TikTok. Damn, you fried chicken in there, bro? Just kidding. You pissed fucking loud, though. Dirty Devils got me good. First NFT rug, 0.16s. Bro, I got fucking rug too, man. So my fucking friend, like, did this NFT project. And he gave me, like, the whitelist to fucking mint. Imagining the smell. I'm so sorry that I'm doing this randomly, but, like, this has been my life for the last, like, 10 days. I'll just be whatever I'm doing. I'll just consistently pick up these fucking things and try and fucking sniff them. And see if I can smell them. It's so random. It's become, like, a habit now. But, yeah, I fucking own like 10 fucking Dirty Devils. I own all of them. I haven't sold a single one. And I lost all the money. I assume they're not worth anything that I used to mint them. So I think I probably put in like maybe 1 or 2 Ethereum into like mint. I minted like over 10. So yeah, that was whack. I don't know. I'm not very good at NFTs, man. I think like the real money is made. There's like a couple ways. Like you either just are a super early adopter to like the Bored Ape or Punks or whatever, and you're just holding and they're worth way more, but you probably aren't going to sell anyways. Or you're like flipping those high value ones that are kind of staples, Bored Apes and Punks, flipping them, buying and selling. Or you somehow get into these ones that get hyped up early, buy them, sell them, you know, on the first pop. But every time I fucking try and do anything with NFTs, I never have any fucking success. So, but I own a Pudgy Penguin, so there. Okay, so Ethereum gave us a fucking super fucking clean level, right, to work with here, which is basically the previous all-time highs close. So you have well, it's not basically, it is. You had the previous all-time high close, right? Then the second rally came right up to there, rejected. And then we got above that level and we're retesting it from the upside, right? So in my opinion, Ethereum looks better than Bitcoin. Someone said like Ethereum doesn't look very good, right? Like this, Ethereum is retesting here. Bitcoin is well below that high, right? For Bitcoin to get really bullish again, it has to get back above this, right? Because this is a failed breakout for now, right? Like this is a failed breakout of here. So for Bitcoin to get super bullish again, it's got to get back above there, right? Whereas Ethereum, on the other hand, it's not a failed breakout yet. It's holding those highs, right? So that's a very clean level there, right? And then you zoom in, same thing as Bitcoin, right? Like not nearly as bad of a, move down. Bitcoin was like that massive drop. Ethereum had that, but this had a way bigger bounce. So, I mean, if you want to turn it into a range, you can. But basically, where's the level I want here? No. Is it this one? So I like this block, right? Down candle before an up move that broke market structure. Came into it. Yeah, we wicked below it. But again, you have that weekly level here as well. Okay. So there's your confluence of support. So I'm just going to I want my little lines back here real quick. So same as Bitcoin, right? We had a big sell-off into support. I'm looking for reasons to be bullish around this 39.26 level. We zoom in and we wait, right? We had the big dump, big rally. This is still in a downtrend, and then it starts flattening out, right? So I'll zoom in even a little bit more here, right? Big dump, downtrend, but then we start flattening out. So from going lower highs, right, and lower lows, now all of a sudden we're kind of going sideways. We're into that support, and we start getting bullish swing failure patterns happening. So I'm looking for reasons to get long. What is a reason to get long? A bullish swing failure pattern on the 12-hour chart within a 3-day bullish order block near a weekly support level. That's a reason to look for potentially getting long. So I marked this out. And again, this was shared on Discord for free Discord, right? There's our sweep. We had multiple sweeps here, right? Ran those lows, ran that low, ran this low, but this is the lowest sweep that happened. You zoom in, you say, okay, well, where's the breaker? It's right here. The up candle before the down move that ran the low, right? We broke away, broke market structure, we retested it. You could get long on either of these retests, and your stop is here. Either of those retests, your stop is at the low of the breaker, the low of the SFP. You could also just enter this as an SFP, right? So as soon as this candle closes as a swing failure pattern, you could have longed it there with your stop there, and you're laughing. It's also just a 4-hour bullish order block here. Down candle for an up move that broke market structure. We retested it. Stop goes below. Within this 4-hour order block, you have another sweep right here. You want to get tighter risk reward, you zoom in there. Where's your breaker? It's right here. There's your breakout. There's your retest. There's another retest. Stop there, right? All I'm doing is I'm dialing in an area. This is what I always talk about. You start at the high time frame. You look for the area where you think price might react. And then as you zoom in, you're just zooming your scope in. You're like a sniper. You're zooming your scope in, and you say, okay, within this big gray 3-day order block, I want to look for longs. But maybe that's too big of a range. Maybe you don't want to just long here with your stop here. You're like, that's too wide of a range. Okay, how do we get tighter risk reward? We zoom in. Now you go down to the 12-hour. Now you have, this area to work in, this SFP. Then you zoom into the 4-hour and you say, okay, we have a 4-hour order block within the 3-day order block. So this is a 6% range, where that 3-day order block is, 9%. So it's a tighter area. Then you zoom into the hourly, and you can go as low as you want, but the bottom line is we have all the makings of an area where I want to look for longs. okay? We have the weekly SR level. Order blocks form near key SR. 3-day bullish order block, okay? Zoom in again. We have 4-hour bullish market structure and a 4-hour bullish order block. Zoom in again to the hourly. We found an hourly breaker within the 4-hour order block, within the 3-day order block, that also lines up with the 12-hour bullish SFP. So you're looking for all of these pieces of confluence, and by zooming in and layering these zones over each other, you're just zooming the scope in to a smaller area of price that you're going to focus on. That's all it is. You could have entered this based on the 12-hour alone. You could have said, okay, we have a 3-day order block here. I'm entering right here. 12-hour SFP. That could have been your setup. We'll find it here. That's your entry. Stop is here. Target got to be at least up here. It's almost a 3-hour trade. That could have been your trade right there. You're just chilling, right? But maybe you want to get it tighter, right? And so by zooming in and finding, another potential setup within the 12-hour order block, you could get a setup like this where you're entering on this 1-hour breaker, right? And with that same target on the 12-hour, now you're in 6R, right? Or on the 4-hour chart, you could have entered on this 4-hour order block. You enter at the edge of the order block, stop here. Okay, we'll take that same 12-hour target, which is up here. Okay, so there's multiple ways to get into this trade. It's up to you. Do you want to enter on the 12-hour? Do you want to zoom in and try and get a tighter entry on the hourly? All I'm showing you is you start at the high time frame, you find the area that you want to do business. I want to be bullish in this weekly order block. That's step one. Why do I want to be bullish there? Weekly order block, high time frame SR. I think we're going to get a bounce. Great. Now I'm zooming into the lower time frames and I'm looking for reasons to get bullish. Bullish market structure, bullish order blocks, bullish SFPs, right? Same shit here. So first you find the area you want to do business. Why do you want to do business there? Mark it out. Now I have a bias. I'm ignoring bearish signs because I'm biased to be bullish, right? And now I'm zooming in and I'm looking for those entry triggers that I've talked about. Ranges, swing failure patterns, bullish order blocks, breakers, all things I've shared for you guys for free over the last 2 years on YouTube. You can go back to any of my old videos. It's the exact same shit. Some of those old videos are really long and the price action is irrelevant because we're trading at 60K. Some of those videos I did when we were at 6K. But the concepts of how to actually get in the trades are the exact same. So they're still worth going back and looking at and watching. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. We're going to take a real quick look at FBTC here. Right, we've been talking about this range forever. Finally broke out. And I drew out this daily order block. And I basically said what we want to see, right, is this kind of range high and this order block here become the higher low, right? Because if this happens, good chance that Bitcoin and ETH are both going to rally. ETH will outpace Bitcoin. It will rally harder, which is good if you're long Ethereum. But that's just going to be the most bullish outcome, right? If this happens, doesn't necessarily mean that nothing is going to go up, but it means that Bitcoin is going to be stronger than Ethereum. Ideally, I want to see Bitcoin, kind of lead this next rally, but I'm also okay if ETH is really strong here. So I want to see this area hold as opposed to a deeper pullback and then a move up. Because if this happens, I think this is more likely. That means that we haven't made our low yet, and we might take another stab into the low 40s. I think if the low is in and we're going to go up to 53K, I think there's a good chance that this moves up from here. But we'll wait and see. But regardless, right, if you want to be long either Ethereum or Bitcoin, if this goes like this, right? Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin on the next leg. Okay? So there. So we're an hour in. I know the first 7 or 8 minutes was fucking music. So I'm going to take a quick look at the chat. And then I'll maybe look at a couple of altcoins. And then we'll call it a day for the first stream back. And I will be doing an altcoin video. I'm going to record it tomorrow. And hopefully get it out by Friday. How do you make your background black? You go like this. You go settings. And you go background solid, and then you select the color black. In your personal experience, is there a correlation between net worth and number of girlfriends? Yes, there absolutely is. Whoever said money doesn't buy happiness didn't have enough money. Just put it that way. When are your senses supposed to come back? I don't think there's a rule of thumb of when it happens. Some people it's a few days. I think I'm pretty lucky that it's starting to come back already. It's only been like 2 weeks. I've heard horror stories of it being months. I've crushed NFTs second trading. Man, drop the NFT alpha for me then, bro. What the fuck? Why not talk to an ENT doctor? And what are they going to tell me? You got COVID and you just got to wait? Like, there's, I've done tons of research. There's nothing you can do. Like, the smell retraining stuff, I got through a friend who's a doctor who told me to do it. Gaming, NFTs, play to earn. That's where the money is at. Well, I'm long as fuck Merit Circle, so let's fucking go. F is about to explode. 5.5k is the next resistance. Well, fucking the philosopher just told you guys that we're going to 5.5k, and I'm down with that because I'm fucking long as shit. Any thoughts on Polkadot? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, right, like just massive failed breakout. How does that work? So massive failed breakout, dumping fucking extremely hard. We are into support here, but this thing is, a lot of these coins look like shit. A lot of altcoins look super bad. But this is into support, so I wouldn't be shorting this here. I'd look to short a bounce. This could be a massive higher low, right? Like, that's probably your biggest hope. Why is it default to this stupid fucking one that's not mine? This could be a higher low. We came right into the OTE and a weekly order block here, so I would be bullish on DOT here if I had to be. Like, if I wanted to trade this, which I don't, I'm looking for longs down here. This looks just like Bitcoin. Right? Looks like a little falling wedge here. We're into high time frame support, and we're making a little falling wedge here. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to go up, very good chance this thing breaks out up, and at least goes to, here. 33 to 40, maybe 36. Yeah, that would be the level. Let's just draw it out here. What are you doing? Come on. Let's say if this breaks out, that's where it goes. You know that the ETH price depend of BTC price, right? That makes no fucking sense. What is SFP? Swing failure pattern. Any series from ICT that you recommend for trading crypto? He doesn't do any series specifically on crypto. He focuses on Forex, but the concepts are transferable. SZ Feet Mayne, good old days. Yes, sir. Big money in NFTs if you make a project. Yeah, I have no interest in doing that. It seems like a scam. Mayne, what's up, Jazz? AVAX, 12-hour bearish SFP. Let's take a look. I mean, it's not an SFP yet. The candle hasn't closed. Is it even an SFP? It's not on this chart. It's not an SFP. It's an SFP above here, I guess, but the 12-hour, the swing high is this candle, not that candle. That's the swing high. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't short this yet. Wait and see what happens. Are you 100% back from COVID? BS, I'd say I'm about 90% back. Thanks, Ian. What would be a good entry on F on a pullback? I would probably watch for something like this. I'd wait for it to rally away. And it might not come back, but I'd wait for it to rally away from here and then pull back to here. That's kind of what I'd look at. So this becomes a 4-hour bullish order block by rallying away, taking out these highs maybe, and then a pullback into here would be where I'd look to long if I wasn't already. Same thing on the H12, right? The H12 is probably too far gone. I don't know if we come back this low. Yeah, we've already kind of formed a new one there. On the hourly, you could, if you want to be super aggressive, right? You could long here. So if it comes back and retest this little order block, maybe, but I don't know if it will. I'm long from the lows, baby, so I don't care. Will Solana ever hit 1K? I mean, probably eventually, but I have no idea when. Check out Sand. I mean, it looks like it's basing here a little bit. I don't know. Looks like it's rounding up. Kind of a retest of this consolidation here. That's a pretty nice 4-hour order block right there. That would have been a nice little entry, right? Move away, retest, retest. But I think now this thing has to break some highs before you get involved, right? That seems like a pretty clear level. Get above there, probably moves up higher. Merry Christmas to you, Troy. Thanks, bro. How do you entry on other alts, especially in this kind of market when they are mooning? Which alts are mooning? Which ones are mooning? What's your fave platform to set an auto stop loss? Pretty much every platform has a stop loss function, and if it doesn't, you probably shouldn't be trading on there. Can't find Discord link anywhere. I know. I'll post it somewhere in the chat. Like, it's super annoying. I have this Yat which has my Discord link in it, but the Yat keeps fucking disabling. It's annoying as shit. Adam. I fucking hate this coin. I've longed this coin a bajillion times. No success. I wouldn't define this as mooning, but right, there's your order block on the 3-day. Zoom in. What do we have? 12-hour SFP within the order block. Zoom in. Here's your breaker right there. That's your entry. Any of those touches, right? Or off the 12-hour SFP, or I'm sure there's a 4-hour swing failure pattern within the 12-hour. There is right here. Could have entered off this swing failure pattern, right? But this thing is just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight green candles I'd probably wait for a pullback before entering. But again, 3-day bullish order block. Zoom in, look for reasons to get bullish on there. Multiple swing failure patterns, zoom in again, refine your entry. Bob's your uncle. What are your thoughts on a potential dump in the stock market and its correlation to Bitcoin? If stock market takes a huge shit, I think Bitcoin goes with it. I doubt they decorrelate. Link's another coin that I fucking have wasted so much time longing. So yeah, again, like looks like shit, but it's into support. So look for reasons to get long here. This looks very similar to Bitcoin, right? Just looks like kind of a falling wedge that's about to break out into high time frame support. A lot of coins seem to look like this. So you want to know, should I be long Bitcoin or should I be long Link? Well, your answer is here. If this is in a downtrend, which it has been, you want to be long Bitcoin. But if this breaks out, Link is going to outperform Bitcoin on the next leg up, right? Sorry, one sec, guys. Okay. Did you struggle to understand ICT videos at first? Yeah, absolutely. I think a really good thing to do if you want to watch ICT videos is, one, start by going to Baby Pips and learn all of the basic terminology if you don't already know it. Like, what are candlesticks? What are wicks? What do dojis mean? And just all the basic terms that you would want to know when it comes to looking at a candlestick chart. Then start watching his videos. I'd also suggest you watch them on like 1.5x speed, because he definitely just fucking rambles sometimes and says a whole lot of nothing. But if you're willing to put in the work, there's a lot of really good stuff in there. You can also just watch Crypto Cred's videos. He teaches the same shit, right? Or Trader SZ videos or my videos. It's all price action. It's all very similar. You know, the concepts are not different. It's whose teaching style resonates the most with you. I'm very laid back. I try and be very simple with how I explain things, but I do talk a lot, right? And I go on crazy tangents. SZ, I think, doesn't always go as in-depth as you might want him to. You have to kind of dig through his videos and understand what he's talking about, because he talks really fast, right? And sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't understand that concept. Whereas I try and explain shit to death. Cred, super methodical, right? Has PowerPoints. Everything is laid out methodically and very well explained and detailed. And he's obviously super articulate and really good at articulating his thoughts and things like that, because he's fucking genius. So, you know, you got to find what resonates with you as well. SZ is a scammer. I disagree. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna just end the video here. We'll look at Luna. A bunch of people mentioned Luna. I mean, I don't remember drawing this, but there was your fucking sick ass entry right there. I don't even remember why I did this. Broke market structure. Boom, boom. Where is this from? Is that a weekly order block? Just like that. Weekly order block. Weekly SFP within the order block. Damn. Damn. That would have been a goodie. Goody two shoes. Excuse me. When you're an accountant, how do you know as an accountant? When you're an accountant, how did you balance your time on your job and studying charts? Listen, I tell this to everyone. People are like, oh, I don't have time, I work. It's like, if you really want it, you'll make time, right? That's true. Hey, think of like, if you really love a video game, you will wake up before work to play it. You will stay up later to play it. You will get all your shit done on the weekend on Saturday so you can play it on Sunday. You'll make time because you want to, right? So if you really want to get good at charting, you will make time. There is no excuse. You will make time, right? Obviously, when you have a job, it's harder because you have other responsibilities that pay you, and you're beholden to those. I'm not saying don't go to work and skimp out on work because you're going to be a millionaire trader. You probably won't be, let's be honest. But if you really want to learn, you'll make the time. So yeah, I was doing it in the morning on my lunch break. As soon as I got home, I would be in the charts, right? And I'd stay up late in the fucking charts. But also use the time frames to your advantage. If you're working all day, right? Well, you're working from 9 to 5. That's only 2 4-hour candles. So focus on charting on the weekly and the daily and the 4-hour. That way you don't need to be staring at the chart all the time, right? Because you have time, right? There's only a couple candles in a day. Whereas if you're on the 5-minute chart, you got to be fucking watching on the low time frame. So focus on the higher time frame. In terms of Luna here, obviously this is bullish as shit. Just made a new high. Just looking at the 12-hour, the most obvious retest level is, these highs here and that order block. 76 to like 80. I don't know if we come that low. The more aggressive areas I would look at is here and right here. Look to buy dips in either of those two areas. But if we come back to 76, I think that's a big time buy. All right, guys. One more sniff for good luck. Imagine the smell. It smells like coffee. Coffee. All right, guys. Hopefully this was a good stream. I felt pretty good about it. I feel like myself again. So I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Prime for partnering with me on this video. Show them some love by using the link in the description. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll post the link to my Discord on Twitter or something if you guys want to join. Love you guys as always. I'll be back with an altcoin video this week, and Sunday will be my next stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And that's it. Signing off.
You keep pulling me back. You won't let me go. I need somewhere to turn. I need somewhere to run. I don't know how to leave. Will you make it easy for me? I can't really think about it. The thought of leaving home breaks me down. I know I could stay forever. I can't really think about it. The thought of leaving home breaks me down. I know I could stay forever. Oh, with or without you. With or without you. With or without you.
Nobody else knows you like I know you. I see through your lies to what's there underneath. With all the endless nights that we've been through, to feel your touch feels hard for me to believe. I got tired of waiting